Good Morrowind, everyone. Chimma Trading here, and we're just gonna actually do our weekly analysis for the week. Let's just see what we got coming up for the week. For the week. All right, cool. We'll start with Bitcoin. Predominantly, I've been trading Bitcoin, Binance Coin, Bitcoin Cash, and a tiny bit on. Nah, that's a lie, and a lot on pound dollar. And been getting smoked on that, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's do this. So, Bitcoin's interesting in two ways where it's going to go. Monthly candle was pretty bearish, but it's crashed into potentially a very nice retracement of the prior. So this is interesting. And then if we look on the weekly, we can see it's not the clearest, but it looks more to be bullish than bearish. I would probably be looking for longs this week on Bitcoin, but I think there's better opportunities. So the Bitcoin drop down to the D1. Yeah, that looks very nice. Probably squeeze a 10 to 1 off something like this. Playing it safe. I don't like to play it safe, but that's a 3 to 1 to the range high if you're playing it safe. If you're a bit more reckless, you've got a 4.5, and then if you're a roadman, there you go. Um, which I'll probably knowing me, I'll probably go for the risky one. So that's Bitcoin looking bullish for the week, I'd say. Binance Coin, honestly, similar story. Not the most delicious weekly close, but it's probably more leaning towards the bullish than the bearish. D5 looks interesting. Let's see if we can see anything on the lower time frames. I mean, if you was to get in now, you'd probably have a 15 to 1 there. That's crazy. I might actually get into that. Add to that a little bit. What's that? 15, 12. What about even down here? 4, 5. Probably squeeze a 10 off there and be quite comfortable with that. The only thing I was thinking about this is that because of the weekly, it's probably going to get a little bit of downside first. I'd also say that the monthly prior candle is not it's not that great. It's not that great, but what happened was this just dug into previous highs. Well, it didn't really. This would kind of be where we dig into. So I don't know. I'm not going to analyze it too much. I'm just going to kind of go with what price action's telling me right now. It's looking quite good. We've got the weekly in line with it. Also, I'm just not convinced that this bull market's over. I think we're going to have the late December, early January madness. I also think that, let me just check the fear and greed. This is not. I used to go off this fear of God. Fear of God. I used to go off the fear and greed indicator quite heavily, but it's not that great. It's actually not that great. But no, it's still yeah. Probably say RSI is better than that, but again, not great indicators either. Just interested in seeing what it's like. I think H4 went very low recently. So we'll see how the H4 closes on this, and in an hour, and then I'll probably look to enter. I'm already in on this. I just would stack in. So we've got. Don't know why my stop loss is down there. It's not. It's up here somewhere. But yeah, got a nice entry on this, and I'd like to keep stacking and covering. Just switch to BCH quickly. I mean, BCH for me is probably the star of the show. Look at this monthly, man. Look at this monthly. This looks lovely. Just clear uptrend. Liquidity grab. High or low. It's just going to pop. We've got range. We can go up to 4,000. Previous all-time high would be 4,355. I think that's very possible for this cycle. I really do. I don't see why not. It's Bitcoin Cash. You know what I mean? Like it's got the same tokenomics as Bitcoin. It's not. It's actually a functioning coin. It's not shit. Volume's great. I think it's seriously undervalued. I'm not saying I'm a Bitcoin Cash guy. I just think in terms of trades, where are we? What 11th on the Bitcoin Cash on Coin Market Cap? 11th, yeah. And then circuit. Look at this. Bitcoin tokenomics. I don't know, man. I think it's down 86%. It's not a shit coin. Look at the volumes. I think it's an absolute, yeah. There's some talk of an ETF. I don't really give a shit about the ETFs, but it does help, obviously. Um, don't really know what it does. Don't really care, honestly. I just want to make monies. So yeah, for me, Bitcoin Cash is going to be my focus for the next towards the end of this bull market. I don't think we're finished yet. I think we got a bit longer. This doesn't look like it's over to me. I'd probably just keep stacking into this. To be fair, I just added another position here, which was a nice entry. Yeah, I don't think. I think I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. All right, so that's crypto. For this week, I'm bullish for sure. For sure. Oh, this is gonna run off about a minute, you bastard. Let's have a look at pound dollar. Another. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so again, we're starting on the monthly. I am actually in this at the moment. Um, I'm in longs. I'm in longs, and then I decided to do a hedge short, which was kind of retarded, but we'll get to that. So monthly looks bullish. I mean, this is bullish. Like, look at this. We've got. If you want to go on to the patterns, I'm not really the pattern man, but kind of got this like it's gonna break out in it on the monthly. Um, yeah, I'd say this is looking like a long, really and truly. I mean, I am long, so it's easy for me to say that, but I think this was the breakout. This is the not COVID. This was Brexit, and then I think this is looking bullish. I mean, if you look on the lower time frames, weekly was super bullish, man. Look at these closes. You shouldn't really be going against this. I did. I stupidly took a short against this. See if it lets me connect. Probably not going to let me do it now. I'm not going to do that because I don't want you seeing all my stuff. So I am actually long, and I'm short. I'm long from here, and then I took a short as well, which was dumb. But I'm actually going to close that and just go long because look, if you look at the H4, I'll add to my long. I would like to take another long here. Oh, that's quite nice actually. Maybe I'll just leave that. But my long, I got in long here. Beautiful entry, man. Beautiful. I was all faffing around, in and out, in and out, in and out. The classic me, chopping up my account. But I thought I did hold on to my long here, and then I took another one here. And what I'll do is I will see where my risk is at in a minute when we're off camera, and I will probably just keep stacking but covering, make sure that even whatever happens, I don't lose money, and just go from there. What's this? A 6-1. I'll take a 10-1 on that. Fuck it. I honestly think that's enough. There's enough there for me to trade this week, but I'll just go over the stock market as well. I haven't been trading this at all. Been missing out on some stuff, but let's just have a quick look in here. I mean, that looks bullish. Looks bullish. This is the Dow Jones US 30. What we're gonna look at on the daily? It's gonna punch out the new all-time highs. Same again with the US 500 or the S&P. Looks bullish. Nasdaq as well, bullish. Really, I shouldn't even bother looking at this because I'm not trading it. I'm not trading it at all. Not the best prior month. It's kind of like a hanging man, but I'm not actually convinced. I'll probably just stay away from the thingy. Was trading gold a little bit actually. Gold has been nice to trade. Not really sure about that prior candle. I don't think it's going to tank from here, but it's like there's better opportunity, man. There's clearer opportunity for me, anyways. So I think because this video is getting quite long, we'll leave it at that. I think what I'm going to look for is a nicer entry on BNB coin, and I'm going to take another trade on a long on pound dollar, and just go with the flow, mate. Go with the flow. This looks very bullish. Very, very bullish. Or we just leave it. We just wait for an entry because we've got a lot of trades on at the moment. anyways, I will leave it at that. I hope that was somewhat okay, and you got something out of it, even though I was just pretty jacked up on my cup of tea this morning. I'm tired. Delicious. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.